Hello and welcome to a channel update video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I've got some pretty big and important news that I want to share with you guys. Don't worry, it is all good news. So make sure you get yourself comfy, and we shall try and keep this as relatively short and as sweet as possible. But it's all evolving around the future of my YouTube channel and my social media channels, the directions that they're going to be going over the coming months, hopefully possible coming years as well. But the main and the very first big bit of news that I wanted to give to you guys, which I imagine a lot of you would be very, very pleased to hear about, is the fact that Slightly Mad Studios have allowed me to start covering other racing games and producing content for them on my YouTube channel once again. For a little bit of backstory, back in June 2016, I joined Slightly Mad Studios as a junior games designer, and in me actually joining the studio, they requested that I would stop producing content of other racing games apart from their own on my YouTube channel, just for my own protection and also a little bit of theirs as well. Which, obviously, being excited and wanting to join the studio, I was very, very happy to follow that request and therefore stop producing content other than Project Cars, and then when Project Cars 2 released back in September 2017, those were basically the only two games and the only two bits of content that really came up on the channel, apart from real world like motorsport events and races and stuff that I attended. If I kind of vlogged any of those, then I ended up putting those on the YouTube channel as well. But it meant that I stopped producing iRacing, Dirt Rally, Race Room and Assetto Corsa content back then. Obviously, time has moved on. Project Cars 2 released in September 2017. As I said, we're now 2 years and a month or two since the game has released, and naturally over time, obviously, player base and number of players ends up dropping off. The amount of attention and the desire for Project Cars 2 content over time has slowly dwindled away. Obviously, it hasn't gone completely. Still producing the Project Cars 2 content, and a lot of you guys are still really, really enjoying it, and I'm not going to stop either. It's still going to be something that's going to be featuring on the channel. But I kind of saw it as a pretty good opportunity to approach Slightly Mad Studios and ask if they would allow me to open up the channel once again to start covering other racing games, and very thankfully they have allowed me to do so. So what are we going to see on the channel going into the future? Well, obviously Project Cars 2 and any future Slightly Mad Studios titles. Obviously, I want to keep producing content for them because I do enjoy doing it, and a lot of you guys enjoy seeing that kind of content as well. So Project Cars 2 is still going to be the main focus of the channel, but we're going to start seeing some other games as well. The first of those is obviously going to be iRacing. I've been playing that a fair amount in kind of my spare time, not so much in the last year or so, but it was one of the games that I was playing quite often in my own spare time whenever I got the opportunity. I just didn't end up, obviously, recording any videos and then publishing any videos or doing anything kind of social media related on that. So iRacing is going to be the first game that I'm going to start featuring on the channel once again. The second game that I'm going to be covering on the channel is WRC 8. It has been a game that I've kind of kept my eye on through development, and then when I started hearing rumblings of it being a lot more sim-like and the physics being a bit more accurate while still being fun and enjoyable, and then obviously seeing the stage design much closer to release and just after, it really piqued my interest. I ended up picking it up a couple of days after the game actually released on the Epic Games Store, and I've been really enjoying it ever since. I've got one or two videos pretty much lined up already for that, so that is going to be the second game that we are going to be seeing coming up on the channel. The third game that I want to be covering is probably going to be Race Room, Racing Experience. I had a pretty good relationship with the guys prior to joining Slightly Mad Studios. We had emailed back and forth a couple of times, and they gave me a press version of the game, so they unlocked all the content for me. That unfortunately got revoked when I joined Slightly Mad Studios, which is understandable. I'm not expecting to have that back, but either way, Race Room was a game that I had been enjoying and wanted to feature some more on the channel once again as well. And then the fourth game is probably going to be Assetto Corsa Competizione. I haven't actually played the game at all since its release. I've kind of been reserving it a little bit for this kind of opportunity where I may have had the chance to start basically producing content on the game and kind of have my initial impressions as one of the first videos that I do for it. So that is something that I am planning on having feature on the channel as well. So for new racing games, well, not new racing games as it were, but for new games getting added to the channel, it's probably going to be a pretty good start. Obviously, Automobilista 2, I've probably absolutely butchered the name there, I apologise, but yeah, the Reza guys are doing Automobilista 2. They're doing that. It's currently in development, using the Slightly Mad engine as well. That is a game that I'm very, very excited about, and will almost certainly be covering on the channel as well. So it's going to be a good mix of games that we're going to have coming up on the channel in the future. Obviously, as I said, the Project Cars 2 content is probably going to be the main content that is going to be featuring on the channel, but going forward, we will start to see some other games as well. So hopefully you guys are very, very excited about that. Obviously, I'm very excited and I'm very, very thankful towards Slightly Mad Studios for allowing me to start producing that content once again. So other than that, the next thing that I wanted to address in the video was the lack of content over the last month or so. Unfortunately, that was just me getting struck with 2 colds during the week, just as I was recovering from one of them and wanted to get back into the content and kind of a more steady routine once again. Unfortunately, I ended up getting another cold. I've done content and produced content with colds in the past. Sound all nasally, horribly bunged up. People don't really like it, and it just, yeah, it kind of ruins the quality of the videos a little bit. So I thought it's not really worth trying to battle through that, especially when the main content that I was wanting to do was the AOR Endurance League races that I've done, which is going to continue coming up on the channel. Hopefully be doing one video, or yeah, one race a week, and getting that out on the channel. But where those races are a good 2 hours to 2.5 hours, I didn't really want to do those kind of videos when I'm sounding all nasally and horribly and sniffly and, yeah, full of cold, effectively. So that's why there hasn't really been too much content other than the Bathurst 1000 video going up earlier on during the week. But obviously, I'm now feeling much, much better, so there'll be more going on from here on out. So yeah, that was pretty much everything that I wanted to cover in this video. The fact that I'm now allowed to do more content on the channel, and also the fact that I've been pretty crap in uploading over the last month because I've been ill. So yeah, hopefully you guys are very happy to receive the news. If you are, give the video a thumbs up. Obviously, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification as well, and then that will allow you to get notified of any new content that goes up on the channel. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I shall catch you in the next one, but until the next time, have fun, stay safe, and take care.